Hey there, LEGO fans. Welcome back. Alex here. In this video, we're going to be doing a review and comparison between the McLaren and Williams F1 cars here. So, of course, we have the McLaren MP44 here that came out last year. That, of course, included the great Ayrton Senna. And now we get the Williams Renault FW14B. This is set number 10353, contains 799 pieces, and will retail for $80 US. And that, of course, matches the price tag of the McLaren that we got last year. Now the instruction booklet on this thing, let's take a look at that first here. Open up the first page, and we usually get some great information, which I always enjoy. That is a pretty looking car. This is like the era of Formula One where I got into it. It was like the early mid-90s is when I became an F1 fan, and I would get up really early in the morning because it was always, you know, across the earth that these races were taking place, and they weren't recorded and watch them later. So here we go from the Lego Icons design team. Little message there. That is really cool. Gus McLaren. Wow, interesting last name there. Some awesome pictures here of the car and the Lego car. And then it's into the build. Now, also, what's cool about the instructions is that they do have little informational bits here and there, which I always appreciate. Now let's take a look at the minifigures. Of course, we have Ayrton Senna here, and we also have a identical podium here for Nigel Mansell as well. Now both of these are going to be stickers. There's no plaques that are printed on this here. In fact, I should mention, as far as stickers go, the Williams has a lot more than the McLaren. So just be aware of that. Lots of stickers, big stickers, but as you can see, the stickers do kind of help out to really make this thing pop. But anyway, back to the minifigures here. Of course, they have their trophies, they have their signature helmets there, and of course, they have an inspirational quote. And of course, we get Nigel Mansell saying, "You don't become a champion by doing what is easy. You become a champion by constantly pushing your boundaries and challenging yourself." Well said, Nigel. Well said. I mean, a man with that kind of mustache cannot be wrong. Am I right? Yes, I am. Now, of course, on both of these vehicles, I do like that they have these stands, and you can take them off the stands, but these are nice, and you can switch them and reverse them however you like there. But I do like the information here on this as well. Of course, the McLaren is from 1988, and of course, the Williams Renault here is from 1992, and of course, Nigel won the World Championship that year, and they also won the Constructors there, which is pretty darn cool. So his teammate there was Ricardo Patrice. It's really cool. Like they show the teammate. Of course, this one has a more famous driver here with the McLaren, which was Alain Prost, who I believe is a 3-time world champion there as well. Now, as far as the vehicles go here, guys, the build experience is going to be very similar. I'm having a hard time remembering the McLaren, but I don't remember anything like difficult about it. The McLaren, I mean the Williams here was really easy as well. When I say easy, it just has a good flow. They're fun to build. It's exciting to build these things. It's fun to see them all come together. Despite the numerous stickers, it is pretty darn cool. Now the biggest difference here between these two, unfortunately, it is the wheels. I mean, when I say they, I mean Lego, like really gave us awesome wheels on the Williams. Not only do they have the printed sides here, but they gave us the fatties, the fat wheels at the back. And my goodness, it just makes the car look so much better, doesn't it? I mean, goodness, you just kind of wish that Lego, I wouldn't mind waiting another year for the McLaren if it meant we got the fat tires there at the back. Though I will say, though, when you kind of compare them back to back, that the wheels do stick out in the back on that McLaren a little bit more, just kind of how they are built. Now, both of these things open up to reveal the engines inside, and of course, on the Williams here, we're going to see that beautiful V10 engine. I do like the attempt, that the designers did make here in making this as realistic as possible. I really appreciate that. So it's not just a model that you look at from the exterior, but the interior there underneath the hood is pretty darn cool as well. Steering works on both of these as well, so the steering wheel turns really nice and smooth on both of these, which I appreciate. Now, I will say this, that there was a lot of people who said in my review of the McLaren that they did not like the nose of this McLaren, like this white element right here, or because it's printed. That's the only printed element. Well, this one right here is printed as well. But it's not the same white, so it kind of sticks out. It's never bothered me, but I can definitely see why some people would be bothered by that. The Williams is not going to suffer from that at all, because it has that, that yellow and blue nose there, which is pretty smooth there. So no discoloration right off the bat between, printed elements, stickers, and otherwise just plain white elements. But like I said, guys, these are really fantastic vehicles. Fat tires or not, they're actually fun to play with. They're smooth. They drive really easy. There's no hand of God steering on either of them, so you have to kind of put your finger on the wheel and drive it there that way. But no, they're great looking vehicles, and I think I don't know. I wonder if it's worth if Lego is going to sell us on Pick-a-Brick perhaps these wheels that we can beef up our older McLaren to make that look a little bit more realistic, because the Speed Champion cars did it. However, the 1/8 scales didn't. I will say this: kudos to Lego for giving us these beefier tires, this more realistic wheels there on the Williams. That is pretty darn cool. At $80, I think it's a fair value. Of course, it's the same price tag as the McLaren that we got last year. So I think, generally speaking, if you're a Formula One fan, especially a fan of the 90s era Williams, which I was at the time, then I think this is definitely one of those sets that you're going to want to pick up. So now it's time to take these things downstairs into the office and show you how I have them displayed. All right, we're down in the office, and over here in this top spot is where we have the McLaren and now the Williams placed. Very cool combination, having Senna and Mansell right there, which begs the question now, guys, which one would we see next? And what actually a better question is, what would you like to see next as far as these historical Formula One cars and drivers? I would like to know. So let me know in the comments section below. Anyway, guys, that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.